are hanging out. Y'all look real comfortable. Y'all look real comfortable. Make sure we got everybody on Instagram. We good. IG, Mikey, Hayden. Got it. Got it. How we doing? We live on the grams. You know the Instagrams. Cool. All right. BounceGvng IG. Yes, we are live on Twitch. Awesome. Awesome. Round tables. So who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? I see we got the homie Kelsey in the building. We got Keith Bueno in the building. We got the homeboy Boomer Nadi back in the building. We got the homie Blacker than me in the building. And we got a whole bunch of gang members. A whole bunch of gang members in the building. We got the homie Smart Boy. Smart Boy, talk to the people about what you were able to do this weekend on the baseline. Yeah, man. I was able to weigh in along with a bunch of other cool folks from the gang, and just have that conversation. We need to make sure that Bounce Gang Facebook and Twitch volume is good. Let's check on that. But we wanted to get the perspective of some other folks who've been hanging out with us previously for the pull-ups, who got to play music, who got to fellowship, have a good time, and such. But you know, I'm gonna call my guy. We got porn bombs. That's cool. Be careful with letting people in. We just got porn bombs. Yeah, be careful with that, son, because we're getting racist bombed. This is only helping to double A. Are you paying attention? This is only helping to push the agenda that we have. So we appreciate it because the effort that it takes to be this idiotic is only helping to shift the energy in the right direction. So thank you, Taylor. We appreciate you. We all like some good hip hop.
That's so hot.
We like some Double A. I need you to unmute so we can have this conversation, sir. we got this is cute.
Yeah, man, I'm getting rid of all these people, man.
Okay.
Hold on.
I can't breathe.
So, you know you can lock the room, right?
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Okay. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna sit tight. We'll get through all these idiots. Can't stop the progress, man. Can't stop the progress.
For all the niggers.
Like I said, all the hate and corniness. You know, that's the thing about being Black in America. Like, there's no surprise, right? Like, especially on the internet. Like, I've never been called the N-word in real life. That's just me, right? And unfortunately, everybody can't share that same experience. But you do have a lot of internet tough guys and people who dedicate their time to foolishness, right? Because I mean, if you got to do stuff like this on the internet, you can't be out here doing it in real life. Like, it's protests going on all over the world right now, and you're sitting on the internet trying to break into people's rooms to post porn. First of all, thank you. Secondly, you know, those type of attacks don't really bother anybody in 2020. So we're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna get to my guy, Blacker Than Me, Mr. Hibbler. Just step into the conversation, sir, and talk about your experiences. First of all, introduce yourself once again. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and let's talk about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First of all, I count it an honor and a privilege to have even got an email to be a part of such, to be a part of this movement that's going on, especially with BounceGvng, istandard, within the producer community. I'm honored, touched. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you all for that. Secondly, I'm Blacker Than Me. Sean Hibbler, originally from outside Chicago, Illinois. From I live in Lexington, Kentucky now, but I'm originally from outside Chicago. And living in a suburb of Chicago. You know, I was born in Chicago. Then my family, we moved to a suburb outside Chicago called Elgin, Illinois. How that happened was there was a lot of people in the ghetto neighborhoods, like in the projects of Chicago, like Ida B. Wells, Cabrini Green, you know, low income housing, you know, and they've torn down some of those buildings to create like condos and better homes and stuff like that. So you tear down those, you got a whole bunch of people who ain't got nowhere to go. So they moved to the suburbs, and I'm a product of that, you know. And me and my family, you know, we were around predominantly, you know, white people, you know what I mean, in our neighborhoods, in our schools, you know, and a lot of them, you know, warmed up to us, you know, took it as, you know, just another, some people, they're just, you know, your ordinary neighbor, but some of them didn't like us, you know, some polices, you know, we've had, you know, our problems here and there, but to me, you know, it's really nothing different. That's what's going on now, what happened back then. The only difference is that there are a lot of people, you know, our Caucasian brothers and sisters who are a lot more vocal now than how it was even back when I was a kid, you know. But through it all, I've learned I know how to handle myself, you know, during this whole movement, Black Lives Matter, you know, just how to conduct myself. I can't really speak for anyone else and how they, want to handle it, especially when it comes to expressing how they feel, but I have a heart just like everyone else has a heart, you know, and so I choose to just, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain. I can't do things negatively. I can't go, and bust somebody upside the head just because I'm mad at what happened. I can't do that. Only way I can respond is with love. So the only way I can respond is with positivity. And it may seem like the soft route to go, but we see the evidence of doing stuff that's negative. We don't see the evidence of someone actually, a brother loving, someone else, showing love, So that's just where I'm at about, what's going on in a nutshell, I suppose, but love always beat out negativity. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian. I've been going to church all my life. You know what I'm saying? So the approach of me, of course, I'm not, no one's stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow anyone to harm me or to harm any of my friends or my family members or anything like that. But it's just, we've seen the negative, you know what I mean? We've seen that, and even with our president, we've seen that with him, and it's not working, but that's just my opinion, and I don't bash anyone else on their opinion or anything like that. But that's just where I'm at with it. I mean, that's it.
Gotcha. Nah, man, I appreciate you weighing in, man. One of the things that I always say is that the Black experience in America um, is one where a lot of us have common things or that have gone on with us, but it's also one of those situations where there are some very specific things that have happened based on where you live and what the situation was, and the population density of where you lived, and what kind of what like who was around you, and what have you. In Chicago, in Illinois, in Chicago and Illinois are two different worlds, but things that happen to people in Chicago and the city of Chicago is a very unique story, right? So it's very important that we hear from different folks to get their perspective, because being Black is not monolithic, So having grown up in Philadelphia and having had a lot of similarities, but there are also a lot of differences, I appreciate you sharing that story, my man.
No problem.
Stay tuned, because we're gonna get some jams from you later on.
I'm here. I'm locked in.
All right.
I'm locked in.
My guy, Boomer Naughty.
What's going on, everybody? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. Man, it's good to see everybody. Thank you. I actually was planning on jumping into this live feed or Zoom call, and I didn't actually go all the way through with the process, and then I ended up getting a email from Sarah James, so it all worked out. So thank you for sending out that email. Much love to everybody. With this whole thing going on, something obviously a lot of people living today have never seen before on this scale. It's a lot of, I'm kind of speechless because I don't know what to say. Sometimes if I just just listen or even talk about it, I get choked up, emotional. I have rage at sometimes because of the history that I know, as what my ancestors went through, my parents went through, grandparents, and so on. But it's definitely not going to be the same after all of this ends. And I just want us to just continue to progress forward after the protests, after, a year from now or 10 years from now. I don't want to, tell my kids or grandchildren that, hey, this is what we went through. Now you guys are going through the same thing we went through. Hopefully we can see change, which I'm optimistic about. And like DJ, I forgot his name, but he's one of the pillars of hip hop. He's a DJ, but he was saying that music helps. It's therapeutic. It's a way, especially hip hop. It's a way for people to voice the way they felt. And you see a lot of rap groups have done it in the past. And this is the only thing that's been keeping me sane is music, putting out music, remixing things, such as LL Cool J's Instagram post and the young boy that was singing, just using my gift and talent to speak out about the things that's going on right now. So I'll keep it short, but love, that's all it is. So.
And once again, where you checking in from?
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
What's the climate like out there in Kansas City right now?
The climate out here, I mean, we've had protests, we've had people get hurt. There's protests still going on. They had a city councilman talk at City Hall yesterday. Things are seeming to be calming down, but the first few days was pretty bad. People were getting hurt and tear gassed and sprayed and arrested for no reason. So it was just, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing that's going around in other cities or bigger cities. So.
Oh, appreciate you sharing those experiences, man.
Yes, sir.
LC, what's going on, brother?
What's good, bro? Again, appreciate the invite. Yeah, I kind of was, kind of hesitant to, come through because this is like, it's really a tough subject to touch on. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, my own experience, I feel like my whole life I've been programmed to know, just to get a little specific, like, if you get pulled over by police, any police, you make sure you make it comfortable for the cop, meaning let them know there's nothing in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been programmed from, my father told me that from young, before I even knew how to drive. So it's like, to see this, unfortunate event happen again, it's like, here you go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really bad. I'm just tired of it being something that I don't know, man. Like, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I'm sorry. Like, it's just,
No, that's what we here for, the uncomfortable conversation, bro. That's exactly what we're here for.
I try to, like I said, these conversations, I try to avoid, but at certain point, people are going to have these uncomfortable conversations because, I mean, people know, like, how this country started, you know what I'm saying? And I always feel, if the foundation of anything is messed up, how are you going to really build on top of it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that may be like a pessimistic type of way of looking at it, but it's deep, bro. But like I said, at the same time, I'm out in Long Island. I see a lot of people protest, and it's been peaceful. I haven't seen anyone get hurt or nothing like that. So that's a good thing. But, it's tough. But yeah, this is a good thing to happen, to have this conversation. That's all, I really could say.
We appreciate you sharing that, my man. Stick around. We're gonna need some music from you.
No doubt.
Keys Bueno, what's good, brother?
What's good, sis? How y'all doing? How y'all holding up?
Hey, man, still black in America.
Over that. Yeah, it's kind of rough in the Bay. Protests going on heavy. They trying to get on the Golden Gate Bridge right now. Feel for the homies in Oakland. It's even wild over there across the bridge. But a lot of this has just been tough. It feel like since I've been born, it's just been this big ass snowball that's like now it's crazy. Like kind of like don't know what to expect, but you're just looking forward to a better future for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I know we going somewhere. It's just where we going from here and how we gonna go about it, and who's actually in control of that. You know.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you, man. It's just like it's like we're so programmed to a certain reality that we're almost used to it, and we shouldn't be. You know. Well, now let me ask you this: since you've been like you grew up in Jersey and you out in the Bay, have you had any? What's the difference in the experiences you had?
In Jersey, it was more in your face, especially with the police. Like I got pulled over way more in Jersey, and